Dominators. Today, I wanted to connect with you and chat about the best way to connect with influencers. Your dream influencers, of course. Now, listen, we all know the value that comes with connecting with influencers. They pretty much help you get your content to typically the niche that you normally wouldn't be able to reach. Now, it's important that you take advantage of that. You important that you take advantage of other people's followers. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to get more reach. And now, in trying to do that, you want to take advantage of what influencers have to offer. And I'm going to show you just how. So let's ride into it. So, first of all, how to identify your role model. Number one, you need to take the time to identify who you want to be like. You need to pretty much spend the time researching them and ensure that you align yourself, with their values. You need to position yourself to connect. You have to put yourself in a position where the possibility of connection is there. Because you have to understand something. Your role model is definitely higher up than you. But you want to connect, you want to take advantage of their followers. You want to take advantage of the brand and the reputation that they've already built. So, number one, you have to take time to identify them as someone who you wanna replicate. You wanna spend time on the back end doing some research on making sure that you can align because most like when I met my role model, he asked me questions, and when I presented myself to him, I pretty much had to do some research because when he asked me questions, I needed to know the answers to what he likes, what kind of sports he likes, golfing, a couple of things like that. So I put myself in a position where when he asked me questions, it was obvious that I had done my groundwork, I had done my homework, and trying to learn about him before even approaching him. That is very important. Number two, become a fan. You need to follow them on all active social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, all their platforms, because you need to engage with them. Then you need to analyze their content, their branding, and how they engage with their audience. Uh, what kind of content are they putting out there? Does it actually even align with what you want to be putting out there? Does it align with what you're attracted to? Now, their brand, what do you see about it? What do you think about it? Is it something that you want to associate with? You need to ask yourself those questions first. And if the answer to that question is yes, then how do you engage with their audience? You also need to take note of their interests, their priorities, and basically their overall communication style. That's how you become a fan. Then you need to engage by bringing something to the table. You need to add value, especially when you want to stand out. You cannot just, throw them a request without bringing something to the table. What you'll find is anyone who's higher up than you at a particular point is expecting you to give something in return. A relationship is a two-way street. You need to actively interact with their content by liking, commenting, and regularly sharing it because they see it. I see people who go on my profile and like my content, who comment on my content, who are regularly sharing my posts. I see them. Sometimes I just don't see anything, but I can tell it's happening. And some of them I can point and pick them out because they're actively engaging. Leave meaningful comments that contribute value rather than just using emojis like fire or smile or thumbs up or like hands up, or generic phrases like love this. They can tell you're not really engaging. You're just dropping something that you're being passive. You want to show that you're actually very well engaged with their content because that'll catch their eyes. You need to participate in discussions, respond to questions within their community, and offer genuine assistance. By genuine assistance, I mean actually offering without expecting or showing that you're expecting something. That makes a difference. Now, you need to foster a real relationship. Make your message personal rather than generic. Begin with appreciation by referencing a specific post that resonated with you. You can go through their profile and maybe pick a post that actually resonates with you. And then when you communicate with them, you refer to that. That makes them realize, oh, okay, he's been paying attention. He actually knows my. Imagine approaching a book writer and you've never read any of his books. That makes no sense, right? So if you're going to approach a book writer because you want to go into book writing and publishing, You need to at least know a couple of the books that this book writer has written. So when you engage him, you can say, "Hey, I listen to radio books, boom, 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 on this. I really like page 7." That gets him thinking, "Oh, wow, this guy likes my content." Psychologically, it just draws them to you and whatever you're going to say next. You need to provide value upfront by sharing a helpful resource, insight, or idea. Avoid making any requests at this stage. It's too early. For now, you're trying to build a rapport, build a relationship. Example of a DM to a beauty influencer. Hey, Betty, I've been following your content for a while. I really enjoyed your recent post on skincare. I tried the aloe vera mix and it made a noticeable difference. I actually came across a small trick that could add even more value for your audience. Let me know if you'd like me to share it with you. You see how that comes across? It's bringing something to the table and adding value. Now you're beginning to build a relationship. Keep in mind, some of them might not respond, some of them might not even see it. But if an influencer sees such a message, believe you me, they're going to respond because they can tell this is a genuine connection, genuine conversation being sparked up. Now, start with a small ask. After they become familiar with you, start with a low risk request. Don't go too big here. Take it easy. A brief mention in their Instagram stories. Ask them to mention you. Maybe you make a post and say, you can share this post as well. It's about you, or maybe one of your quotes, and just tag me. You know, a comment on one of your posts, a potential collaboration on a giveaway. You can ask them to, jump on a collaboration with you whilst you're doing a giveaway, and they can take credit of that too. You can take credit of that, and on the back end, you can take advantage of their followers as well. An invitation for an interview on your podcast or Instagram Live. This is one that I do all day, every day. I approach influencers, people who I believe have more followers than me, build a relationship, and then ask them to jump on a podcast or an Instagram Live with me. What you're going to find is automatically when you go live on Instagram, Instagram is going to message all their followers as well that they're going online on a live. And then when they jump on that conversation, they're going to see you spitting fire. Most of them will also connect with the game that you're putting out there. And that way, you get them as followers. Go for the big community. Once you've built a strong relationship, you can propose a collaboration, partnership, or paid opportunity. Appear as a guest on their podcast, co-host a masterclass or webinar. This is one that I do a lot. I bring a lot of people on my webinar as long as I feel like they have value to add. Get featured in their newsletter through an interview. Provide an affiliate partnership for your product or service. Who do you think wants to be seen more than you, actually? That bigger influencer. Everybody wants more reach. Everybody wants organic reach. However, you can get them on screen to get them to an even bigger community, bigger exposure. They want it as much as you want it. Offer them that. That's a very good way to build your followership, build relationship with influencers, and then build your followership. And then repeat the process and level up. Scale up. Not everyone will reply immediately. I got to warn you about that. But stay persistent. Prioritize building genuine relationships over just making sales. When you build genuine relationships, the sales are just going to come organically. There's no running away from it. But concentrate on building relationships over just making sales. Gaining the trust of a few influential people can create a ripple effect, putting you in front of even bigger names. Listen, sometimes it's better to go after, you know, micro and mid-level influencers instead of just going to one major mega influencer. Imagine an influencer who has, 500,000, 500,000. Imagine going after 10 of influencers who have 500,000 followers compared to going to one who has 10 million followers. At least you're guaranteed to get a response from the ones, say you go after 10 that have 500,000 followers. You at least probably get maybe two or three responses faster, and maybe later on they see the other ones, maybe three others. You have way more probability of being responded to when you go that way than you going for the one that has 10 million followers. He probably even charge you an arm and a leg. So act smart and do it the right way. Why it works even for a newbie. It's a quicker path than starting from zero. You instantly reach thousands of ideal customers instead of just spending years building an audience. Listen, buddy, trust is key. When your dream 100 trust you, your audience will too. This strategy works in an industry, whether in any industry, whether you're selling products, services, coaching, or digital courses. Every Dream 100 can unlock life-changing opportunities. Now, I'm going to give you the steps again in summary on how to implement. List 100 people, brands, and influencers that you want to connect with. If you can't think of 100, go with 50, go with 70. But make sure you're actively doing this because you need to make a difference in your business. Number two, follow them and engage with your content constantly. Every time they post, like, share, drop a reasonable comment. They're not like a generic fire or like this or go. Just put something reasonable. Put something that actually, relates with the topic or the post that they've just put up. Send authentic DMs and provide value upfront. Seek small collaboration opportunities and exceed expectations. Under promise and over deliver. That's something that I always do. And you'll be surprised how many doors this will open for you. Gradually scale to larger partnerships and joint ventures. This is a game changer. Hey, listen, folks. I hope that with this short course, you'll be able to make a difference in your life, in your business, in trying to connect with influencers. Now, if you found value from this video, feel free to share the good news to your friends, your family, anyone around you who might benefit from this. Because we're building a massive community. We're trying to get out there and actually help people level up in their businesses. So I'll appreciate your word of mouth testimony, and hopefully this actually helped you made a difference in your business. And until I catch you on the next course, it's bye for now.